Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for luxury content, sorry, but today we have a book video. This is a collaboration with James Jam, and basically I asked James if I could hook up with her to do the same day that she does her book related videos, so that this way, if you're interested in what I have to read, you could go over and see what James is reading. And we are planning to do a joint read at some point in the future. But we don't always read the same kind of books, but I do have at least one book now that is directly from James and her recommendations. So let me go over what I finished reading since my last video, which was like 4 weeks ago. So I did finish reading Grady Hendrix, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. This is excellent. If you're not really into horror, this really, there's definitely a supernatural element, but it's not scary at all. And it really makes an excellent point about what young girls went through in the early 70s in maternity homes. I'm not going to give anything away, but I really enjoyed this book. Grady does an excellent job with his characters. And like Stephen King, he writes women very, very well. He really loves his characters. He respects them, and he tells an excellent story. So 100% recommend this. The next book that I finished, I'm going to just say this is one of the best books that I've read in a very, very, very long time. And no matter what genre you like to read or what you're interested in, I recommend this book for everybody. And that is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulik. This book was phenomenal. I read it very, very quickly. And as I got to a certain point, I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen next. This crosses many, many, many different genres. I found it in the horror section. It's definitely not a horror story. It's more of a mystery, but it's also a drama. It's also a bit of a social commentary. And I will tell you that this is about a young girl named Mallory. She is a recovering addict, and she goes to work as a nanny for a family for their 5-year-old son, Teddy. And Mallory wants to forget about her past. And just as an aside, this book is written by a Philly author, and the character of Mallory grew up around the corner almost from where I used to live in South Philly, or at least in the area, okay? So I definitely felt a kinship with the character for, their experience of where they lived. And if you're familiar at all with South Jersey, and I did read to confirm, the small town that she goes to work for in New Jersey over the Walt Whitman Bridge is in fact Haddonfield. So if you're familiar with Haddonfield, you're going to recognize it right away. But anyway, when Mallory goes to work for the family, she notices that Teddy starts to draw pictures. He loves to draw, but not all of his drawings are really pleasant. Teddy has an imaginary friend, and sometimes Teddy says that his friend drew the picture with him. So that's Teddy and Mallory, supposedly. And then later on, we have a picture that Teddy drew of Teddy. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, so Teddy starts to draw more and more disturbing pictures. And Mallory suspects that there's definitely something strange happening, something possibly supernatural. And when I tell you the end throws you for a loop, you just can't imagine. So here Teddy's pictures get more and more elaborate. So these pictures are scattered throughout the story. They push the plot forward and really have a lot to do with the ending of the book. So you do find out everything that's happening by the end, and it took my breath away. It is phenomenal. So this was a buy one, get one half off. There is a special edition that's out now with colored pictures and in this really fancy binding. I may have to treat myself to it because this is just an amazing, amazing book. So today I just finished, and I had never read this one before, guys. Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes. And if you're familiar at all with Ray Bradbury, this is his story about a dark carnival. And it's magnificent. I love Ray Bradbury's writing style. And the story that he tells, it goes beyond just the creepiness of the carnival, but he gets into the innocence of these young boys and the one boy's father, who is getting older and kind of coming to terms with his age and how his experiences can help the boys. And there's parts of this that are really, truly creepy and unsettling. And just the language that Bradbury uses, it's very poetic, very picturesque, and it's just a phenomenal, phenomenal book. And I totally get why this is a classic. My favorite Ray Bradbury story is called All Summer in a Day. If you want to look that up, it's amazing. And there was a film version of it that came on some series that was on HBO, like back in the 80s. And I just happened to catch it one day. I was at a friend's house and it came on from the beginning. And I didn't have cable at the time. And I said, oh my God, I said, it's my story. It's a little bit different from the original, but All Summer in a Day is absolutely 1,000,000% worth reading. But loved Something Wicked. I'm just reading the analysis in the back right now. There's a little bit more information about the story. And believe it or not, Gene Kelly has something to do with this. So if you're interested, look it up. It's really, really interesting. So on with my to be read. Oh, and I'm also reading, oh gosh, which one is it? I'm reading Betsy Tacy, Betsy Was a Junior. Betsy Was a Junior is awesome. And I'm kind of getting sad, guys, because I'm getting to the end of the Betsy Tacy books slowly, but not slowly enough. The reason why I'm reading these stories as slowly as I am, and I feel like I'm reading them slowly, even though when I sit down to read, I don't want to stop. But I am stopping to look up so many things in that book, songs that were mentioned, clothing styles that were mentioned, people that come up. I've really, really gotten into that whole world, and I'm enjoying it so, so much. But I really love the high school books so far, and I can't wait till Betsy and Joe, because finally it's happening, and I'm really, really excited. Okay, so for my to-be-reads, Something Wicked was part of a recent book haul, and I am planning to go to the bookstore on Friday. So what I have coming up, I'm getting into a couple of fantasy books now. This is a recommendation from James, and I know people have read this, loved it. I only purchased the first book, but I think I'm going to get the next two in the series. And that is Heather Fawcett, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I am really, really excited about this one. I've heard so many good things. I don't want to get into all of the details because I really want to be surprised, but I know that this is an excellent series, and the third book just came out, so I'm really excited about this. This is another Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I have no idea what's exclusive about this edition, just like I didn't with Grady. I have no clue. Oh, and let me just say for a minute, it seems that Grady Hendrix and Jason Rekulik are friends because Grady Hendrix read one of the drafts of Jason Rekulik's book. So, yeah. No wonder why they're both great. But anyway, I don't know what's special about this edition, but I know that this is supposed to be a great book. And then the next book that I got, I don't really know anything about this. It's an author, Christina Henry, And one of the things that I really enjoy reading is retelling of stories, like modern versions of fairy tales. And I've read a book of short stories that were based on Alice in Wonderland many years ago. And this actually is called Looking Glass, and these are 4 Alice novellas. So the 4 novellas in this, it says, in 4 new novellas, Christina Henry returns to the world of Alice and Red Queen, where magic runs as freely as secrets and blood. So there's Lovely Creature, Girl in Amber, When I First Came to Town, and The Mercy Seat. So there is a series apparently called The Chronicles of Alice, and I'm going to have to check out what other books are in this series, if this is a series, because I know that this is one that I'm going to enjoy. Oh, yes, there is. Okay. So she has several other stories. And again, they're all based on fairy tales. There's The Girl in Red, which is based on Red Riding Hood. The Mermaid, which is based on The Little Mermaid. I'm only assuming here it's got to be. Lost Boy, which is Peter Pan. Alice, which is Alice in Wonderland. And then Red Queen, which is also about Alice. So I know that this is going to be a series that I'm going to enjoy. And there's a little blurb here, A Psychotic Journey Through the Bowels of Magic and Madness. I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed the ride. And that quote is from Bram, who wrote The Child Thief. And that's another Peter Pan-based book that I've been wanting to read for a very, very long time. So that's all I have for today. Go over, watch James' video, see what she is reading. And I will see you hopefully in another couple of weeks and give an update. If you want a review, like a more thorough review of any of the books that I did finish reading, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. I'm almost toying with an idea of doing a book channel. I wouldn't be able to post that often, but I would be able to do dedicated book videos and get into a little bit more detail. But again, I wouldn't be able to be as consistent. I'm still keeping my luxury channel, but I really enjoy books and I'm really enjoying doing these videos as well. So stay tuned. Saturday, I have a collab with Yota Jorgelina from Jorgelina's Journey. And I'm not sure who else is joining us. So that's going to be interesting, but it's a good topic. So if you're into luxury, come back for that. And I really appreciate you watching. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.